What is death? Someone said that death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. I suppose that's true, especially when concerning this story. And there are lots of stories from lots of places, many worlds with many stories. And in all of those stories is death. And in some of those stories, there is an afterlife. Someone else said, when a person dies, they only appear to die. They are still with us in more ways than we realize. And that one's not true. Sorry about that. No, because when someone dies, no matter where they die, no matter what they did, no matter who they were, they end up here, in the library, with me, or with him. Either way, they're dead. So let's see who died today and what stories they'd like to still tell.
You step into a city, cloaked in a shroud of heavy fog, the chill biting at your skin. Gas lamps flicker dimly, their light swallowed by the swirling mist. Cobblestone streets glisten with moisture, each footstep echoing softly into the gloom. The air carries the scent of coal smoke and damp stone, mingling with the distant murmur of unseen carriages and piss. Shadows shift in narrow alleys, and the silhouettes of bundled figures drift past. Heads bowed against the creeping cold, the world feels close, suffocating every breath visible. Every sound muffled by the ever-thickening fog. Erin, I said, sidling up to her as she finished the set. How do you feel about a little collaboration? Her eyes narrowed. What's the catch, Candle? No catch. Just a bit of fun. See those lanterns strung up across the square? I pointed to a series of colorful floating globes, bobbing gently in the air. I reckon we could use them to our advantage. Erin's tail flicked in interest. Go on. The plan was simple. While she performed an impromptu act to gather a crowd, I'd climb up to the lantern ropes and start rigging them to drop at just the right moment. When the lanterns fell, scattering lights and firecrackers everywhere, I used the chaos to nab the biggest score of the night. Lord Hawthorne's pearl-studded cane, which he never let out of his sight. Erin started her act with gusto, juggling flaming torches and drawing gasps and cheers. I climbed like a squirrel, darting along the ropes as the lantern swayed beneath me. The trick was to loosen them, just enough, without sending the whole lot tumbling too soon. Everything was going smoothly until one of the lanterns popped, sending a spray of sparks into the air. The guard shouted, "Hey, what's going on up there?" I hastily finished my work, started shimmying down the rope. Erin, quick on her feet, started singing a ridiculous ditty about lanterns that danced to distract the crowd and the guards. The timing couldn't have been better. As soon as I hit the ground, the lanterns dropped, their strings snapping with a series of pops and bangs. The square erupted into laughter, cheers, and just enough confusion for me to dart through the chaos. I slipped the cane from Lord Hawthorne's grip like a phantom and disappeared into the throng, grinning the whole time. When I met Erin later, perched on a rooftop, overlooking the festival, she was already holding a sack of coins she'd stolen from the distracted crowd. "Your trouble, Candle," she said, laughing as she tossed me a few silvers. "Yeah, and you love it." I held up the cane like a trophy. And the rest of the night, we watched the lanterns glow and fade. The city below us, for once feeling like it belonged to us, not the other way around. It was a rare moment. Usually Black Mane gets the last laugh. It would for Aaron. I guess maybe for me too. But not that day.
Welcome to Non-Canon, everyone.
Jesus Christ.
With a special intro devised, an original script from Wacksteven there. I don't know what this logo is, by the way. This is just the best thing I could...
I was wondering if it was some sort of...
I have no idea
clue.
what it is.
Okay,
It could be, it's like a basketball team or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I have no clue.
No idea.
No
It's
clue
just
what's
the
happening
best one I could find that
For what?
covers the background.
Oh, I see. So there is something back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what
All
it
right.
is...
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
is
Oh, God.
the following.
Oh, my favorite sports team. What the fuck?
Every time you hit one of the chaos bars on the bars today, you can
drew
pick
tarot cards?
you can pick one of these tarot cards. Now, it's
Look at
quite
the
hard to
demon.
see, and I'm
You
sure
drew all these?
I'm sure it's very difficult for you, especially you two in the call, because you don't see it quite as a high quality. So I've prepared this so that everyone can see it. I took a couple of pictures of them, and I'll send that to you guys as well, so you can actually see it and pick appropriately from the cards on the wall. Now,
Oh, my God.
each one...
Is that Mummy Numera?
No, that's you.
Okay. That's Suna?
Yeah, you remember the... It's some Suna art from what's it? Hang on. So you can pick one each. Dark bar is Candle. Light bar
Uh-huh.
is Nivara. And that's because Candle is for sure evil.
I take pure I take umbrage with that. Thank you. Yes, chaotic neutral to the max, okay?
Okay. Yeah, no, dark doesn't necessarily mean evil in this campaign. So we have a bunch of different cards that I've drawn with different artworks. Some are just representations. What?
Sorry, I'm just noticing that it doesn't say.
You can't
It
show PV
doesn't
pictures
say-
in the beginning and not expect her
Uh-huh.
to completely disregard everything you say and try and find meaning behind every single
Oh,
pixel.
I am well on that, I think. But I've seen some Final Fantasy VIII maybe. But also my question is on the bars, it doesn't say our names or our characters' names. It says
No, it says
Lionel and L.
Lionel and
And
L.
so-
That's
Okay.
that's
okay.
not
Mhm.
that's
Are you
not
telling me not
a
to read into that?
yeah, I wouldn't. I know you're gonna, but
Yeah.
it's just that instead of at the top you would normally reach chaos, you reach Lionel or L. And
Okay,
it's
okay.
and it's
Okay.
whichever bar potentially fills first. That's all.
Okay.
That's all that means.
Okay.
Other than that, all of the
There's nothing to do
chaoses are for
Uh-huh.
Candle and Nivara, because otherwise there's too many. There are, I think, 8 chaoses you can hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there are 10 cards that can be potentially unlocked. Again, we have the Magician, which has a character you might recognize. The High Priestess, which is just an interpretation.
Tiger Rider.
Yeah? You think so? Okay.
Wait, which one did you think was Tiger Rider?
The Magician.
The magician. It's clearly not. I was just joking.
We'll see if anyone can guess who the Magician is.
Merlin.
It's a fun game for chat too, for the Fates. You have the Empress, which is a character that I'm sure we 3 recognize. The Emperor, that I'm not sure that you might recognize. If you are old school and cool. There's strength, which is just an interpretation of strength, which is always a lion and a woman in like a toga, which I like, by the way, about the strength card. There's the hermit, which is Suna, holding up the tower card, which was a piece of fan art submitted by Lucifer, Loohcifer, if you remember, during Dying Order. There's death, which is the interpretation of Mordril. There's the demon, which is Black Phillip. Also could have been my dog.
I was gonna say it. So I know it's a goat, but it somehow looks like your dog.
It looks so much like my my.
Well done.
You know, the mortal form has passed on, but whatever lived inside my dog continues. The demon within him. There's the tower, which I just sort of drew a random thing. Doesn't really mean anything. And then there's judgment.
Liar. Liar.
There's judgment, which is both the classic judgment card of a skeleton playing a fucking trumpet, and also my democracy emote. Subscribe, so you can use it during tonight's session. So that's what's on offer here. I hung all of these ones up first, and then realized you couldn't see them at all, and it was too late. They were taped. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to improvise very quickly here and take a picture. And that's what we're going to do. But underneath each one is a prize for the character who selects whichever thing. This is chaos. And I thought, what better way to determine chaos than money? So every time you send us a tip via one of the links floating through the chat, or some of the links that are underneath the stream on the channel elsewhere, it will fill up one of the random bars on the left or the right. The donation / tip will go towards one of them randomly. It'll go either on the dark bar there or the light bar and fill it up in its entirety. So however much you tip will in its entirety go to one bar or the other. Again, for each chaos level filled on the dark side, Candle gets to pick one of the tarot cards and reveal the prize underneath for Candle only, and the light side, Nivara gets to pick. And as we know, the most chaotic thing is this bar. Sometimes it all just goes to one side.
Yep.
Sometimes it goes,
Which
equally.
has happened.
So yeah,
Looks like.
in order to unlock all 8 of the possible 10 cards, to 8 out of 10 of these cards, you need to fill up both bars, chat. So appreciate any tips coming through tonight already. Pre-thank.
Yeah, thank you.
Pre-thank for you all. And
You already have one.
you already have one, yes, which is what we're going to do right now. So if you would like to select one, Candle, which card would you like to select?
The Empress.
The Empress.
Ultimacia.
Why?
Because she's half naked and Candle likes naked people.
Okay, yeah, Candle.
Candle.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, underneath the Empress, underneath her clothes, permanent HP increase, hit die. 1 hit die, permanent HP increase. Congratulations. I feel like I need an applause sound effect for tonight, don't I? I should get that applause from the domain of L. Prepared.
Excellent. So I go up by 1 hit die, and it could be either of my hit die, because I'm a ranger and a rogue.
Yeah, just go for whatever's highest. Game the
Excellent.
system. It's chaos, baby.
Hell yes. Okay, so let's see. It's a D8 for a ranger or a D10? I cannot remember.
Here you go. Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
Chicken
Yay.
dinner. Thank you for the tips, whoever you have given Candle. By the way, these are pretty random. Some of these are broken as hell. Some of the things under here are insane.
D10 for ranger. Wow.
Just so you know. Also, thank you for the subs. They go towards potentially getting the characters another elixir, because they've burned through a few of those, fighting chaos endlessly every single week. So thank you for any tips that come through and for any subs. All right, so that's tonight's episode. You can unlock all of the varying different things underneath each of these. We have seen what's underneath the Empress. Most of them I tried to make sense, by the way, as well. So like for the Empress, let's see if I did make it make sense. What did I write down? And then we'll get into it. The Empress is abundance, fertility, and life in bloom. So it's an increase in HP. That's where my brain was at when I came up with this last night. Way too late, and started scribbling these onto pages. Okay. So.
Well, it's extremely helpful. Thank you, Fates. And now I might have HP that's similar to a person that's at my level.
Sure hope you don't get the one that
complete
reduces your HP to 1. Your overall, that's not really in there. Or is it? It's chaos. Why is it the chaos episode? You might scream. You might shout. You might throw things across your room. You might pick up your monitor and throw it at your speakers. Why chaos? I'll tell you why. It's because Nivara, at the end of the previous episode, decided to use her own volition, her own ability to send herself to the Chaos Realm was the intended destination. A moment later, Candle was also sent along with Nivara. They are a pair because...
Well, he was trying to get to a brothel, which I guess is a chaos realm, but just clarifying.
The most chaotic thing I've ever been in my life is a brothel. It was...
Okay, that's fair.
Insane.
I believe you.
I worked there for years.
If we get to the both bars all the way to the top, Brad will tell us a brothel story.
Probably not on this channel. I don't want to risk this one. You know, I'll tell the story on PB's channel.
We'll tell it on Booster Greg's channel.
Oh, we'll tell it on Booster Greg's channel. Yeah, we can throw that one.
Greg,
okay.
Your goal is to go live immediately after Non-Canon so we can all hear this story.
I'm not telling it after this one. I'm going straight to bed. I need sleep. You each are sent to the realm of chaos. He's way too far ahead here. It's not what you think. Each of you
Mifflin.
appear in what is essentially Dunder Mifflin. You manifest in a cubicle in professional wear with a computer, a sort of 90s looking computer in front of you, a single phone next to you, and this cubicle is a carbon copy of the cubicle next to it. In the cubicle next to you is another person dressed in kind of formal wear, a suit or maybe like a pantsuit or something like that. And just kind of sallow grey skin. What do you think is happening? Sitting in your in the cubicle next to you, just mindlessly tapping away into their computer. As you appear in this chair, the computer in front of you kind of boots up, and in front of you there is a video that begins to play that says the word orientation, and then says in sort of basic text, "Welcome to Servo Corp, building tomorrow together." And a video begins to play. A strange robotic-like, almost like clip art-like thing bounces around on the screen in front of you. as it presents a PowerPoint presentation of varying images. And there we go. The Servo Corp logo appears on the screen.
I love that there's doors into each cubicle.
Well, it is a maze. As all of these places are. And if you've ever worked in one like I have, it is horrendous. The little robotic sort of droid-like figure that's bouncing around says,
"Dear employee number 332
to Candle,
and employee number 3333,
to Nivara.
Congratulations on joining the Servo Corp family. By accepting this role, you have taken your first step towards becoming an essential cog in the well-oiled machine that powers our collective success. At Servo Corp, order is strength, and every contribution, no matter how small, moves us closer to a future defined by precision, efficiency, and unity. This orientation guide has been carefully crafted to ensure your seamless integration into the Servo Corp ecosystem. Please listen carefully to every word, as the content herein will guide you through your responsibilities, expectations, and best practices. Any deviation from the procedures outlined in this handbook is strongly discouraged. Our mission at Servo Corp, our mission is to simply standardize success. By eliminating variables and fostering consistency, we pave the way for a world where chaos is neutralized and every outcome is predictable. With your help, we will continue to bring stability and uniformity to an otherwise disorderly world. Your workspace has been meticulously designed for optimal productivity and adherence to company standards. All desks are identical in size, shape, and configuration. Alterations or personalizations are prohibited. Your monitor will display tasks assigned to you to predetermined sequence. Please complete them in order without questioning the logic behind their arrangement. Use of the phone is restricted to receiving direct instructions from supervisors. Outgoing calls are not permitted. Chairs are ergonomically approved for maximum efficiency. Adjustments beyond the factory settings are unnecessary and discouraged. The specifics of your role may seem vague at first. This is intentional. Your job is not to ask why, but to do.
Audio jungle.
Every task you complete feeds into a larger framework that only Servo Corp leadership fully understands. Trust in the system. Our core values: uniformity, compliance, efficiency, neutrality.
What's going on?
Employee expectations, punctuality. Arrival at your station must occur precisely at the designated time. Early arrivals are a form of unnecessary deviation. Professionalism, personal relationships, idle chatter, and distractions are incompatible with Servo Corp's vision of productivity. Compliance reviews. Supervisors will conduct regular reviews to ensure adherence to Servo Corp's principles. Employees who do not meet expectations will be retrained as needed. And a final word. You are not alone. You are a vital part of something greater than yourself. Servo Corp is more than a workplace. It is a machine, and you are an essential gear within it. Let us work together to keep it running smoothly, efficiently, and forever. Remember, you are not here to stand out. You are here to fit in. Welcome to Servo Corp.
What the hell?
I'm dead.
The video
I'm
ends.
dead. I'm dead. This is the bad place.
Now you believe you're dead? Now?
A task appears
think
on the
it will
screen in
work.
front of you.
I'm gonna
Asks
look over
you
the cubicle.
to tap
Yeah.
the number 3.
Nivara?
What?
Nivara is in a cubicle which is adjacent to yours, but blocked, not across the hall from you, but on the other side of you. So you'd have to look over, and you see Nivara sitting, or like maybe you see Candle's little face pop over the top. Yeah. Candle, give me a perception
What the hell
check.
is this?
Yeah, I don't know. I was. This is not what I was thinking when I was trying to. Get
7.
over here.
A 7. Nothing. But the phone next to your computer starts ringing. Candle.
It's some sort of disc monster.
It's
Start
like a
smashing the
communication
phone.
No, it's a communication device. Like, I'm assuming we still kind of know what
worse.
these things are, right?
Yeah, you
know,
understand
yeah,
a very
okay.
vague idea
Yeah.
as to what a phone
Yeah.
is.
It's a
As you
message
smash it
scroll.
up,
Oh,
almost immediately, a little drone comes around the corner. It looks like just kind of like a cube on like tank wheels.
I'm
It
sorry,
has,
I rolled a 14. I was scrolled up.
okay, it has 2 little arms that take the broken phone and knock it off into the top of the box of itself, and then from a tray it pulls out a brand new phone and reinserts it, and it starts to ring immediately. The drone rides on down the hallway. No one around you reacts to anything you're doing, apart from potentially Nivara.
I shoved the phone into a garbage can.
well,
Okay.
wait a second. Maybe you should pick it up.
A drone
Why?
comes round the corner, removes the phone from the garbage, puts it up on the top again, resets the handle. This is like a 90s phone thing as well. It's like wired,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a classic thing. It starts to ring again.
Answer
I
it.
don't trust it.
Well, doesn't mean you have to trust it just to pick it up. I just find it weird that yours is going and mine ain't. Pick it up. I'll go over and I'll answer it.
No, don't. What are you doing?
You pick it up.
Uh-huh. I just listen. I don't say hello or nothing.
Please remain in your cubicle. Employee number 3333.
It's for you. I'll hold it out the
Oh,
candle.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know? Did it say candle?
I don't think that's how they reference you. I'm 3333. What are you again?
What?
I hold it up to his ear.
Please remain in your cubicle. Employee number 3332.
Grab the phone and hang it up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you want to do then? This is not what I had in mind.
What did you have in mind? Because I had something way different in mind.
I was thinking of the place with the hallways where I saw the sign.
Sign?
Not this. You know, the other third library is what I was thinking. The third library. But this sure as shit ain't a library.
Okay, so you thought a library or something close to it. I
Yeah.
thought of something different.
What do you mean? Well, what did you think of? Maybe that's how we got in this mess.
Well, there's this little spot in Blackmain. Really dirty. Smelled funny, but not a bad brothel.
Okay, so you thought of a brothel, and I thought of the library, and we ended up here. I guess this could be those things combined.
Are you standing up right now, Nivara? You're
Yep.
still in his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check as well, and I'll use Candle's 14.
Oh, God. Horrifying. Okay, is this for sound?
Not really.
Because I have a bonus for sound.
Oh,
Okay.
No. 9. I guess as you kind of glance around, you just see that there's this labyrinth of identical desks, flickering monitors, stacks of paper,
Yeah.
phones, some of them ringing, some of them not. All these distant cubicles, these sharp tones, I guess, were sort of is the only real sound going on. The hum of fluorescent lights. Everything's horribly bright. There are windows that are tall windows, and you can see out onto what would look to us a bit like something like a modern city, New York, something like that. Manhattan, you know, that kind of a look. Candle, for a moment, in one of the corners of the room, you see something else. There's a thing that sparks, a kind of spark of fire and lightning that then there's this kind of flickering, like a broken signal, before the presence kind of vanishes, but for a moment it turns into just kind of like a shadow, forming almost a humanoid form with two eyes that glare at you, and then seems to kind of lose you in the haze as you equally lose sight of it. It's almost like you blink and miss it, and it's gone.
Did you see that?
What? See what? No.
I don't know. It's like a spark thing. I swear I saw something looking.
Phone begins
It's
to
called a
ring.
light candle. Better answer that.
Why? What's gonna happen if I don't?
Nothing. Maybe we'll get stuck here. I'll cross over into my cubicle.
Your phone is also ringing.
Oh, I'll answer it.
Please remain in your cubicle, employee number 3333.
With the phone still up to my ear, I reach over and I tap the 3 that's on the screen.
Yeah, the 3, it sort of, you hit the number 3 on your keyboard, or you hit the 3 that's on the monitor.
Oh, do I know? I think you said we
You
kind
have
of
an idea.
intrinsically know how these things work. So yeah, 3 on the keyboard then.
Yeah, and at the bottom there's like a little input thing that comes up, very kind of basic, looks like DOS, green, and a 3 is flashing with a sort of return symbol at the end of the line.
I'll hit return.
Candle, your phone is still ringing.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the phone, and then I'm going to launch it across the office.
Okay, yeah, same thing happens here. This phone just goes completely missing. No one reacts to any of it. A weird little droid thing comes around the corner and replaces your phone, plugs it in, sets it up. It starts ringing again. On your computer, Novara, there is an image that appears. It is, it's not like a perfect like JPEG. It's like a digital kind of rendition of a sort of a strange shape that begins to take place. It takes a little while. Next to you in the cubicle, next to where you are, you can hear Candle throwing a phone across the room, and then the sound of this little
And no
droid.
one reacts to it?
No one reacts to anything either of
Well,
you do.
who else who's in these cubicles?
People, human people, in similar dresses and outfits to you. Plain looking grey suits.
Do I have any stuff? Do I have stuff? Do I have like my stuff?
No. You just have a suit on, and that's it.
I'm checking all around my little cubicle, looking for my stuff.
Alright, give me an investigation check. The image that appears on the computer in front of you, if you had to guess what it would be, PB.
For me?
Yeah.
Because I typed it in 3, or is it, what's the context here?
Me asking you. Me, Brad,
Oh.
asking you, PB.
Oh, what I see or what Navarra sees? Jesus
What do you
God.
think it's going to be?
Either the skyline or a lake, an ocean.
No, it's a white rabbit.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What was your investigation check?
Shut the fuck up.
I
Is
rolled
it
a 21.
1999? Is it 1999?
Yeah, give me an insight check, Novara.
Shut up!
21, your stuff is definitely not here.
What the hell? Where's my stuff?
Shut the fuck up. I thought it when I looked at the fucking office and I went, no way. And then I listened to the fucking ring that you did for our phones, and I was like, oh, it's not the ring. So it's not the same ringtone, so it can't be. I'm sorry. Perception? Insight. Is that what you just asked me for? Okay. 17.
It is 1999, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
There's a
up.
slight green tinge to everything here.
Yeah!
Is
there a window washer?
There's a window washer. It's the office. Yeah, Candle, none of your stuff is here. Your phone is still ringing.
I pick up the phone. I say, where's my stuff?
You hear
No!
on the other side of the phone the voice of Lionel as he says, "Where did you end up?"
We are in hell. I think. There's little walls everywhere and machines. There's, I don't know, screens. There's things ringing and making noise and I think that thing's called a printer and there's chairs. They're really small little, I think these are offices. I don't know.
Who are you talking to?
Okay. Now, you're going to have to listen to me very carefully. Is there a creature in the room with you?
You mean Ivara? Yeah, she's right there.
That's good. But is there something else?
I look around.
Give me another perception check.
13.
13. You don't see anything, but there is that sense that you're being watched by something. From the corners, from the shadows of the room.
No, but I don't know. It feels weird here. All my butt hairs are standing up.
Okay. I don't quite know where you are, but I do believe you might be in a great deal of danger. The cubicle ahead from you, is it empty?
I look.
It is.
Yeah.
Take Nivara, go now. Stay there for just a moment. Wait for the phone to ring.
Okay. I'll grab Nivara. Come on.
I will.
Okay. Not going to be as simple as that, though. I need stealth checks from both of you.
Oh, I'm so bad at those.
I have advantage, I think. Do we still have our shit?
You don't have your equipment, but you have any
Have
sort
our-
of innate abilities or exalted things and stuff like that.
Okay.
I am going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Because I have some bullshit.
Kill me. 6.
Yeah. Oh, so this is not an ability check. I might not be able to re-roll that. Uh-oh. No, I don't think I can re-roll that. Let me just see if I've got other bullshit. Nope. I
How
can't
long did it
re-roll
take
that.
you to find this fucking song? I'm so happy right now.
A good while.
We both
Yeah, I
rolled
figured.
natural ones, by
It's
the way. I
fucking
just want to point
perfect.
that out. We both rolled
You
natural ones.
both rolled
You-
natural ones.
Yes. And
Well, that
you,
means something.
Nivara, you rolled double natural ones. So we rolled 3 natural
3
ones.
ones.
Yes.
Rule of 3s. Holy shit.
Okay. How do you spectacularly fuck this up then in getting Nivara both to your cubicle and then getting over
Can
to the other
I-
one?
Can I... Well, correct me if this doesn't happen, but I think I see my pirate in a suit. And I stop. And I'm...
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
those
like-
moments where the foreground is like an office worker that passes them. It's
Yeah.
your pirate, and then
Yeah.
another office worker walks past them, and it's not anymore, but it's enough to
Yeah.
completely throw you off your game.
Yep. Absolutely.
Somebody. So for me, I think somebody has, like, a poster in their cubicle. You know, like flair for their little cubicle, and it's a poster of the dogs.
Yeah.
And
then
I just kind
you-
of freeze.
Yeah, and then you blink, and it's that kitten that's like hanging on, like, hang in there, kitty. Poster.
Oh.
Yeah, the two of you kind of attempt to get across this thing quietly and stay maybe low a little bit. And in fact, you both just completely mess it up. You stumble immediately, Novar, and kick one of those droids. It's carrying a stack of papers above its head, and they just scatter everywhere, causing Candle to like fall a little, slip on a couple of sheets of A4. The little droid thing kind of sparks and fizzes a little, and the edge of the room, in one of the corners of the room, it falls a little darker for a second. There are two sort of eyes that are flaming, lightning sparking eyes that turn towards your area of the of this office, and then the two of you duck down into the next kind of cubicle. That is one failure marked. The phone in this cubicle begins to ring.
Who were you talking to?
What?
Who were you talking to on the whatever message stone sending phone?
What are you talking about? What?
Who were you talking to, Candle?
Oh, Lionel.
I'll pick up the phone.
You attempt to pick up the phone, but in fact, it
Okay.
stretches away from you.
Okay.
As you go to reach for it, you
Yeah.
shrink. Both of you start to shrink as
Okay.
this cubicle gets bigger and bigger, stretching up and around you. You sort of get the sense that you need to now very quickly run a sort of obstacle course up this huge chair and jump up onto the table as this cubicle gets larger and larger around you. Immediately, Alice in Wonderland sensation. Both of you can make me acrobatics checks.
No, I'm gonna grab Candle and I'll do it. I'll carry him. I think.
Okay.
If my instinct is to immediately go in like a, like I would climb in the jungle, then I'm gonna do that. But I can tell there's something bothering him, so I'm just gonna grab him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I do athletics at disadvantage?
You can make me
or-
an acrobatics at disadvantage, yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe you have something that gives you advantage for this.
I do. Well, no, I think it's just stealth. I don't think it's acrobatics.
Yeah.
13.
13. Makes it, breaks it. You begin to climb up the side of this chair as it stretches. The higher you climb, the bigger you get.
Okay.
You sort of reach for this phone, and there's a sense of impeding sort of dread, as
Yeah.
if something is watching you. Do you want to continue to attempt to answer the phone, or would you like to use this instinct to hide?
Hide.
Okay, give me a-
100%.
Give me a
I'm
stealth
hiding with
check.
Candle. Yeah. I think I have him I have his jacket in my teeth, right? Like a mother
Okay,
cat would
yeah.
do, and I'm climbing that way, yeah.
I slip out and duck underneath the desk with a 23.
Okay.
And 14 from Nivara.
Yeah.
There is a moment of darkness that washes across this cubicle, completely just in darkening it. If you have night vision, it doesn't activate. Just pure, like, magical darkness as this
Oh, God.
moment
Okay.
passes. And then the sensation of being small completely vanishes again, and you recognize that you're just kind of holding Candle, and you're much bigger and sort of standing, the phone ringing just underneath your hand.
What the hell just happened? We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll look
Fuck
around
this
for
place.
the nearest exit.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. 21.
As you look around, this place is a true labyrinth. There doesn't appear to be sort of a standard door
Okay.
entranceway. There are some offices in places, but they seem like dead ends. They don't feel like exits from the room exactly. They just technically would be, you know.
Do I
and
see like
the
empty
further out-
one or anything where we can hide, or?
some of these look empty. Some look
Mhm.
like they've
People.
got people. But as you're looking around, there is that sense that something passes behind you. The kind of hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Something is moving around this office as well. And it is that sense of dread that starts to prick your ears. The more you keep your head up and looking around like a meerkat, the more that danger begins to sort of build in you, I think.
I duck down and I get close to Candle. Okay, we have to get out of here, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, yeah.
What did Lionel say?
Lionel said to answer the phone. Pick up the phone.
The empty cubicle by the copier move.
Go.
I'll just go wherever he tells me.
Yeah, he's pointing. Okay. You need to both make me another couple of stealth checks.
Yeah, how many?
One each.
24.
18.
18, 24. Success. You move into another cubicle. The phone rings immediately.
I pick it up.
When I tell you to go to the end of the row, to the office at the end of the hall, stay as low as you can.
Get down
There's
low.
a moment that passes.
Gotta go to the end of the hall.
Something feels like it's encroaching on this cubicle. If I were to describe the feeling, it would be as if we were looking at a bird's eye view of the cubicle with you two in it, and a sort of darkness closing in around it. That's the feeling you get. What do you do?
Okay. I'll do whatever he tells me to because I think I still have that curse, right?
You might do.
Yeah, I do whatever he tells me.
No, I think the curse is over. It wraps at the beginning.
Yeah, I think
With this
actually, yeah, that
session?
was a
Okay,
one session
alright,
one.
alright.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Well, I still do what he says because I'm terrified.
I said, yeah, get down low. Get down low.
Yep.
He's gonna tell us when to go.
Okay.
And if I feel this feeling, I'm used to that. I'm used to senses of impending doom when I'm trying to rob something or get away. I'm just used to it. I don't think I do anything. I just try and stay calm and look around.
Okay. The darkness envelops the edges of this cubicle. You see it kind of bleeding in through those horrible kind of felt walls that they're made out of with the horrible plasticky metal edges. Kind of wisps of it kind of seeping in. Both of you make me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against fear?
No.
It's a 4 from me, but I might be able to re-roll that. Just checking real quick. Saving throw. I can re-roll it. I'm going to use one of my chaotic precision and re-roll that.
15.
The exact same roll. A 4.
A 4. You, Nivara, feel the effects of something kind of invading this cubicle, almost as if the cubicle is kind of trying to act as a safe space for a moment, but this thing starts to permeate it. From your understanding, it feels as if the creature kind of passes through, but as you look at Candle, his eyes kind of turn fully black and begin to sort of run with a sort of inky blackness down them. Candle, you are currently stunned and unable to sort of do anything right now. Nivara, do you do anything?
Can I hear Lionel's voice on the phone?
I'd say
You said
you
he's
can
gonna tell us
probably
when to go.
if the two of you
I
like
have super
well
hearing.
we can assume that like Candle like pulls
Yeah.
it to his ear, but you're
Yeah.
quite close and you have super
Yeah.
hearing, so I think you
Yeah.
can justify it. Lionel hasn't said
Okay.
anything since saying like he's waiting to say like
Okay.
go or whatever.
I'm waiting for it.
Just waiting, leaving Candle with black eyes and
Well,
ink running out of his
basically-
eyeballs.
Well, I don't know if I know what the fuck to do about it except grab him and take him out of here, but I know not to go yet.
All right.
But
Okay.
as soon as I hear the word, I'm going to pick him up in my mouth like Mama Cat again, and I'm going to take him out of here.
All right. Okay. We'll do that then. So, a full 30 seconds passes of you just kind of looking at Candle. Candle just sort of stunned, eyes fully black, little bits of ink almost running out of the corners of his eyes. When you hear, while Candle is kind of awkwardly
Yeah.
holding the phone, you hear Lionel on the phone say,
Stay as low as you can. Go now.
I grab him in my mouth like Mama Cat, and I go cat
"Okay,
style.
give me an
Let's go."
athletics check."
All right, okay. And I have to walk away for a minute.
Okay, yeah,
Before.
perfect timing.
But let me just give you this check.
Yeah, as you go doing this in real life as well.
Yep. 9.
9, perfect.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Was it athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, that was correct.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's see here.
Want me to roll at disadvantage just in case it's a 1?
No, it wasn't
'Cause I have him
disadvantage.
in my mouth. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
All
you
right.
can
I'll be
carry him
back.
around. Oh, then again, no, you're no longer cursed with being big either, are you? You're
Okay.
no longer a medium creature, Candle. I don't think.
Correct.
There was no
Mhm.
specific thing that said it lasts forever. I think what happens here is we see Nivara kind of whip Candle up in her mouth, those teeth hanging over the edge of part of his shirt collar because he's kind of wearing a modern day suit right now. It looks like a child's suit. It's adorable.
But I got rid of the jacket's gone because I slipped out of it and the tie.
You just have
tie off 'cause
the-
that's just annoying.
Right, you just have the shirt on, the white shirt. And she sort of runs out.
If I want to be choked, I'll go to the brothel,
From Candle's perspective, it's just this crazy office floor of endless rows of cubicles that stretch on forever. As she's running with you, you can make me another wisdom saving throw to try and break free of the stun.
A 7! I will use another chaotic precision, ending my ability to use that until I have a short rest.
Burning through them all.
Okay. This seems bad. 17!
17. You do snap out of it. You sort of just snap out of it, and you're being sort of whipped around for a moment as these rows and rows of cubicles are going past. You get the sense that Nivara feels a little lost. There was the sense of trying to get to the end of this hall and get to the office room, but as she started running, and for the rest of us, and even from the sort of chaotic perspective of Candle, it's almost as if that Alice in Wonderland feeling, things sort of stretched out too far. Some of the rows of cubicles got a little confusing, and there was just sort of some strange turns that were made. It wasn't as if Nivara made them, it's just as if the room, this maze of cubicles, shifted. Nivara, trying to stay on course, it ends up kind of getting lost, which is where you can try and help by making either an investigation check or a perception check, but let me double check what I put here. Yeah, investigation check or a perception check, please.
Wow, I'm rolling bad today. That's a 6.
A 6, a fail.
That's another natural 1.
Entirely lost. It's too hard for you at this point to get your bearings. You can make me perception checks. We could do it for Nivara as well, but she's not here. How about at this point we remind everybody that if you would like to, you can tip. And with what's going on this evening, you may notice there's some stuff behind me.
What's that stuff behind you, Brad?
They're all tarot cards that I hand drew myself.
Holy shit.
They
Do
look.
you have a bigger picture that we can see?
I'll show you that right now, Wacksteven. Bam.
Thank you so much, Brad.
The varying tarot cards are all around. Underneath each of these tarot cards is a prize. I can tell you now, one of them is loot. And the rest of them are fucking insane. We already unwrapped one of them, which was a permanent HP increase. Not insane. I actually can't remember what's under all of them at this point, but I do know that there's a couple of them that I just want to see Wax reaction to at least one of them. It is chaos underneath these things. There are strange, different, weird effects. So it's not the usual things of like an encounter or a magic item. But they might be under there, but there is some weird stuff too. And they're all basically all good. Mostly, basically, depending on, in my opinion, they're all good. So every time that the bars on the left-hand side of the screen hit one of those things that says chaos, we undo, one of the characters will pick one of these cards and receive the effect or boon or gift of what's underneath it. If the chaos bars on the left-hand side, the dark bars, are hit, Candle will flip one of the cards. And if the ones on the right-hand side, the light bars, are flipped, Novara will flip one of the cards and get... They each individually get what's under there. They're not sharing today. It's chaos. They're both individual. And that is today's episode. Thank you so much, by the way, for the tips so far. I hope everyone had a nice Christmas or holiday or whatever you do. Wednesday. It was a Wednesday for Whack. How was your Wednesday?
It was okay. It was
Did you have a
pretty
turkey
good.
or anything? What are you doing in America? You don't have turkey on Christmas, do you? You have duck or something?
No, we have turkey.
What did
Turkey
you
or
have?
Ham. I had
Spaghetti.
Korean fried chicken.
Oh, okay. I thought you...
Very tasty. I had some very delicious Korean fried chicken.
All right.
I made air fried Korean fried chicken.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Delicious. I had two
Delicious.
dinners because the first one I ate at my sister's house, a lot of it I was allergic to, and then the rest, a 2-year-old threw stuff that I was allergic to all over, and there wasn't like enough spare food to like replenish what I had, so I basically didn't eat anything, and then I came home and had to make myself a second dinner of my own, which was
so-
really random as well.
A second dinner is so hilarious. If you told me that, I would be so upset. Like if I knew you and you like came to eat at my house and you're like, yeah, I had another dinner because yours wasn't.
Well, I didn't eat. I didn't do it to offend my sister. We ate at 2 p.m., but I had the least amount of food already because I'm allergic to so much bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already the smallest plate at the table, and then a 2-year-old
I
threw
just
gravy
imagine
and
like a
stuff over it.
singular, like a single pea
Yeah.
on the plate.
Imagine that single pea now covered in gravy that I'm allergic to and didn't want to eat anyway because I don't like gravy, but maybe would have done that day because I was hungry. So then I had to wait the rest of the day before I went home at like 8 p.m. to make myself another dinner because I hadn't eaten all day at that point. That was my Christmas. Don't have kids. All right, we'll just have you make the perception check here. And, we'll see if you pass.
16.
You pass. Now this is to hear a distant ringing phone to give you an idea of where to go.
This way.
Nivara comes holding you, and her mouth can't open her mouth to speak to you, and you direct.
Pointing that way.
Yeah, you do direct Novara over to the office room that you were looking for. There's like a few twists and turns in this labyrinth as you rush and stretch endlessly through these corridors before coming to the door. Looking in, it's an empty, one of those like classic office rooms that's like glass door with a glass window next to it, and it just looks like some middle manager probably works in there, but there's no one inside. You push the door open, or you see Navara do it. She drops you onto the ground. The phone continues to ring.
I scramble up and I pick it up.
As you pick it up, you hear the voice of Lionel say,
To your left, there's a window. You'll have to go to it and open it. There's, I think it's called scaffolding. Yes, scaffolding. You need to, wait. Where am I? What is... I don't...
and then the line goes dead.
I don't. Shit. Hang up.
Did he say staff of holding?
Phone
I
rings.
think he did. I pick it up.
You hear a voice say,
Employee 3332.
Hang up. Okay. We gotta go out the window over there.
What?
There's some scaffolding. Scaffolding. Outside.
Okay.
I think that's the stuff that they use to build stuff. Like,
Yeah, that sounds
you
right.
stand on it to
Yeah, okay,
build things.
okay. Yeah. I'll walk
Looking
over
for
to the
the
window
window.
and open it.
okay. Give me an athletics check. This
Do I
window is
see-
tough.
17.
Do you see?
Do I see the scaffolding?
Yeah, there's scaffolding that's running all around the side of this building. It looks
Okay.
weird, but it, you know, as you're looking out, perspective is a little wrong from the top of this building. The scaffolding runs around the side of the building like almost as if the building is wrapped in scaffolding like stairs that wrap upwards.
Like a
so you're
tower?
seeing it kind of do that rather than it being like scaffolding that would run up the side of the building. And also as you're looking down, like it feels like this building is significantly higher up than all of the other ones that are around, and it kind of like that weird vertigo like perspective as you look down.
Okay. All right, I got this. You want me to do this?
what?
I can carry you.
No.
I ain't afraid of heights. Are you?
Neither am I.
Okay.
I got second story work. Which
Okay.
means I gain the ability to climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer costs me extra movement. And when I make a running jump, the distance I cover increases by a number of feet equal to my dex mod.
Fantastic. I've cast grace. Let's go.
All right, you lift this window up, and it's real difficult to do. It's almost like you have to sort of break a seal, and then suddenly there is like a gust of wind that like comes in. It is pretty crazy as it almost pulls you to the window, and then you lift the rest of it up.
Jesus, that fucking timing of that sound effect. Oh my
You
god.
look down.
Production boner. Sorry.
Behind
Hey.
you, the computer screen
Believe
lights
it.
up. Things start to type across the screen. It says the words, "You have to let it all go. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind." The outside of the office window begins to darken and dim.
I'm already on the scaffolding.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I'm with him. I'm going and climbing.
Yeah. As
well, I
you,
guess, what did
yeah.
he say? We just have to get out here? Because I don't think I heard him say go to the roof or anything.
Just
I don't
go
even
out
think
the
he said
window
it.
into the
Okay.
scaffolding.
You want to go up or you want to go down?
I'll look around.
You can give me a perception check.
3.
23.
23. Nivara, you look up. Above you, there is a sort of swirling, endless, purple, starry light that looks very similar to that tunnel that leads you to the Chaos Realm.
Okay.
Below you, it looks like it just continues to go all the way down to street level.
Is that a boo-boo? Sorry.
But you could follow it either way.
Okay.
It's already incredibly dizzying
I'll
up
go
here,
up.
but it is strange.
Oh wait, it is dizzying.
It's dizzying when you look up and when you look down. When you look up, there's this sort of tunnel of purple, blue, sort of endless starry sky. And below you, it feels like the perspective is off as you look down. You get an immediate sense of sort of dizzying vertigo. The air here feels sort of slightly electric, and each gust of wind threatens to sort of send you off the edge of this thing. But there is a weird sensation.
So I've spent my life up tall with wind and trees and things. Is it still doing that to me despite that?
Yes, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's one of the things maybe that helps you understand that this doesn't feel like the normal sense of scale that you would have.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. This feels off, Candle.
Well, we don't have a lot of choice.
We have two, up or down.
I look up and I look down. Which way was Nivara sort of looking?
Up.
Okay.
It's my instinct is usually to go up, but it feels weird.
Yeah. Okay, were we going up? What are we doing?
Yeah. We'll go up.
Okay.
I'm just climbing like a monkey on this.
Yeah. You can relatively easily navigate this, but you do need to make me acrobatics checks either way for devastating potential falls.
25.
25 from Candle.
I think I have advantage for balance. This counts, right?
Oh.
Okay. That thing that would have been handy when I was doing the tightrope that I got. Fucking hell, 14.
14. Yeah, you're able to sort of in this moment, the narrow sort of scaffolding leads you up and wraps around the corner of this skyscraper. The two of them climbing up. It looks precarious. It's very dizzying from your perspective. Your footing is careful, and you sort of carefully maneuver around the scaffolding successfully. There is sort of moments where you're sort of having to press yourself against the glass of the skyscraper, the wind sort of pushing and tearing at you every now and then, but you hold your balance. Eventually the scaffolding comes to a point where the ledge sort of ends, and above you a small protrusion offers the way up. There is a sort of narrow climb to the next level of the building that you need to make. Below you, however, there is the sense of the Chaos Stalker. This thing is moving around, swirling about. It's just now a mist of black with lightning and flame that will erupt from it every now and then as it slowly moves around, following you up this scaffolding. Its presence drawing nearer, and as you look up, you're going to have to haul yourself up and climb up onto the jagged edges of what becomes part scaffolding, part concrete, part metal, and it all starts to twist and burn into something else. How would you like to climb this? You can make me an athletics check, but you can offer me something else if you want. It's basically a climbing wall of like random bits now.
Yeah, but we have none of our things, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I am, again, kind of, this is exactly like what I do. I am a rogue thief, and my specialty basically is the second story work. So I imagine I'm just sort of like, it's like gymnastics for me. I'm just sort of like spinning on the crossbars and stuff like that, swinging up to the next levels here and there.
Yeah, you can make me an acrobatics check instead then. And Navara, you can make me an athletics check unless you're doing something else.
20. Dirty 20.
I'll do athletics. Give me a second. I just want to look and see if I can use anything to give me advantage on the strength thing.
We're going to flip another one of these images. Thank you for the tippers. I'm glad that I went to all the effort to draw 10 of these things. And we're going to see 2. Oh, you can see them all.
There's
right
still
here.
Time.
Look at that. Yeah, we're going to flip another one in a second. Let's see if
Okay.
they can do this climb.
I need to make
It's
a
the climb.
decision.
Yeah.
Do I do athletics, which is a strength check, which I'm better at, or should I just do acrobatics because I've got advantage? But also, what makes sense? I think either one makes sense for Navarra,
What's
right?
your
She
bonus on
climbs
both?
with strength. 5 and 8.
And the 8 is on the strength check.
Yeah.
I think advantage still ends up being better
Yep.
for you.
Okay. Thank you. I think that also just makes sense. I think either one technically makes sense, but 22.
22. Yeah, the two of you start hauling yourself up. Candle kind of flipping up. He's doing that kind of Assassin's Creed jumping. Navarra may be a bit more of a classic cat approach to climbing up something. Wide arms, claws gripping into bits. The structure that you're climbing up begins to stretch again. The climb, looking relatively long already, becomes a bit of a grueling experience. Your muscles begin to burn. The effort becomes pretty intense. Give me Constitution saving throws. Nice.
I
Thought I
had
had
2
something
ability
for that, but-
upgrades from last session.
10.
A 10.
Yep.
Okay. Navarra, you are going to suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. I think I have something for that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vaguely remember, but it might be his. Do you have something that's like you can ignore, shake off 1 level of exhaustion?
Was it an
Yeah.
exalted
Advantage
thing?
on-
I can have a look.
Yeah. Hardy Fortitude, you have advantage on saving throws against exhaustion.
Ooh.
Hold on.
There you go.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Oh, I also, wow. Favored by the winds, you have advantage on saving throws to avoid environmental hazards related to wind, which I think is what's going on here too. Okay. Constitution here. Please hold. 17.
Yeah, I think as you're climbing up this, the muscles kind of burning. There's a point where your hand slips and it takes every ounce of strength to avoid falling as you bring yourself back up. Eventually, Candle kind of lips over the top. You see him kind of his feet with some very modern looking shoes disappear over an edge. You know that the edge is near. You pull yourself up onto the next level, and the entire environment around you shifts and changes as you're sort of presented before this impossibly high and endless looking vast staircase that stretches out above you. And as you look back down, there is just the beginning of a staircase, and then nothing more than that purple kind of starry tunneling void behind you. There is no Chaos Stalker following you. There's no high rise, and ahead of you there is
What the?
an enormous staircase that stretches out pretty far and upwards into the, I guess we'll call it the sky, but it's sort of space.
What the hell?
I guess this is the better than the outside of a building. Are we wearing anything different now?
You are now in all of your usual stuff, and you have your items and bits and pieces. You may also add to your sheets a suit as an outfit that you can wear. That pantsuit or whatever you had on, modern day office worker salaryman suit.
What do I feel when I look up at that, at the top of the staircase?
I think it is unnaturally impressive. It's a sort of your breath catching in your throat sensation. It doesn't make you feel good or bad. It doesn't make you feel a sense of dread. I think you feel however you might feel being presented with this. If you've ever climbed like an actual mountain in real life or been presented by like a natural wonder, you know, some incredible looking thing in real life, and you've seen pictures of it, but it's
I'll lose my shit.
you ever see one of those like actual like landscapes and you're just like, this is insane to look at, and it's just incredibly beautiful. It's one of those moments. There isn't a sense of you know, good, bad, or dread or anything here. It's definitely chaos space. You definitely recognize that this is similar to the chaos realms that you've come to before to encounter chaos, but it doesn't feel immediately like you're in danger or that there's any level of threat here immediately necessarily.
And if I look down, what now?
It just there just is no staircase, but it's the same looking thing. It's that same tunnel you were traveling through with Deg. It's the same chaos space that you fought with chaos in below you.
I close my eyes. I want to be at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
I
Candle,
try
what
to
are you
use
doing?
my
I think I'm picturing Lionel. Picturing Lionel and a door.
Okay. What is your spell casting stat?
So for Ranger, it is Wisdom, but I have some bullshit that said I think it was Int for Gloomstalker, maybe. Hold on.
Same question to you, Navarre. I know you don't have spells. I think the default for a fighter would probably be intelligence, but
they're the same either way. 13.
So I'm a natural illusionist. And my spellcasting modifier for that is intelligence, but otherwise for Ranger it's Wisdom.
okay, you can both pick wisdom or intelligence, and we'll lock it in right here.
It'll definitely be Int for me.
They're the same for me, and so I like the idea of I'll use wisdom. They're both 13, so it doesn't matter, but narratively I like wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom's more sort of instinct based, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Make me an intelligence check, Candle, and a wisdom check for Nivara then.
Four. And
17 for me.
Yeah, okay.
4 for Nivara. You sort of don't immediately teleport to the top of the stairway, but for Candle, there is a door that manifests in front of him. You have to tell me how this door looks.
I'm thinking of Lionel, and I'm thinking of that library. So I imagine it would match that style of the library. So the door is probably like very rich, dark wood with a I would probably imagine like golden sort of fixtures on it. And I'll open the door.
You open the door. Let's see what is underneath one of these things for Nivara. Nivara, you get to pick one of the tarot cards
Suna,
behind me. You're
obviously.
going immediately for Suna.
Yeah. And before you're all like, she wouldn't do that, I became Suna for an episode.
Sure.
So yes, makes sense.
Well, Suna's card is also the tower, but Suna is the hermit.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. You brought up a very good point, and I'm climbing it. I just
By the way,
climbed a
I
tower.
genuinely cannot remember what's under each of these. So I literally have no idea.
Chat, would you like to decide between number 1, type 1 in the chat for the hermit, which is Suna, but 2 for the tower, because we just climbed a tower and it would make sense.
Yeah. There's also strength. You just used some
No.
There's
It's
the
not an
magician.
option.
You
Not
used
an
some
option.
magic. There's
Not an option.
judgment.
2. Tower it is.
Tower.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what chat says.
Here we go. +1 to any ability score.
Holy shit. Can I go over 20?
It says any.
Okay then. Holy shit. Thanks, Fates.
Con is retroactive if you get a.
Yeah, remember you want to hit an even number for it to affect your things.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what your scores are.
I'm looking now.
Guys,
Yeah, we'll do
while
Constitution.
you're going con,
Yeah, because it's at 19.
oh damn.
Brings it to 20.
So then, yeah, you get
Yep.
the extra hit points too. The other options on there, chat, just in case you're wondering, since we're here.
How do I do that? Do I
The
just
magician,
roll hit die?
the high
No,
priestess,
you just add to the con.
the emperor.
The wrench.
Did anyone figure out who the emperor
I did.
is yet,
I
by
just
the way?
did it.
Strength, the hermit, death, the demon, and judgment are the other cards available. Let's see what the tower was. I don't know if I gave the tower one that made sense, because I think I just did it based on the fact that the tower is my favorite card and it's a very Stephen King thing. So I was like, well, that's just an ability score.
You made it look exactly like the Dark Tower, so.
Yeah. It's even got the rose underneath it and the field of roses. Each image has a flash of red in there, which only doesn't
Saw
work
that.
for the Emperor, who is Garland from Final
Yep.
Fantasy 1.
Ridiculous.
So if he was blue, it might have worked, but... All right. You step through the
Thank
door.
you, Fates.
As you step through the door...
I'm not stepping through the door.
Okay, so you open the
Sorry.
door.
Sorry. I don't mean to be an asshole.
Yeah, you open the door. And there's just, on the other side of it, it almost looks like a mirror without you guys there, but you recognize that actually it is the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I know that I did it, and I just walked through the door.
Pando, where are you going?
Come on.
Where are you going?
We gotta find Lionel.
Why?
Because Lionel's the only one that's been helping us.
I think we can find Lionel at any time we want. I don't know about that, though. I ain't ever seen anything like that. It's more stunning than the ocean at dawn or underneath the stars. I can't. I gotta see what's up there.
Okay. Bye. Go through the door.
As you step through, the stairway at the top of this and at the end of this set of stairs that twists and kind of Escher turns through and upside downs and stuff ends in these two turrets, these sort of very vaguely medieval castle looking turrets. On the far turret you can see a reflection of yourselves on this one. As you move, they move. It's the same kind of thing. The swirling mass of purple clouds and nebula and stars is sort of slowly turning like a cauldron underneath where these two sort of battlements and turrets end, there are varying shifts to parts of the landscape up here. You notice that sometimes the clouds shift and form into more solid looking structures and then shift and change away. But the platform that you're standing on is pretty stable. But you stand before something else up here as well. There is a presence that refuses to sort of remain bound by shape. Yet now, for you, it assumes one, as chaos begins to take on a sort of humanoid form. It's almost a mockery of what it means to be human. Its body is sort of forged from this seething, writhing flesh that bubbles and tears, constantly shifting as if it's sort of rejecting the notion of permanence. There is fire blooming from its shoulders and licks upwards before vanishing into these bursts of sort of faint lightning. Its limbs seem sort of stretched and elongated. They taper into sort of jagged claws that flicker between solid and incorporeal. And its face is an abstraction of a swirling vortex of like nothingness, basically, just outlined by faint glimmers. You never really see any teeth or eyes that take full shape, but every now and then it's almost as if it attempts to, but doesn't. Whenever it moves, its form distorts, rippling with each step. Leaves behind a sort of faint shimmer in the air. And it's just walking around in front of you off of the solid platform as if it's just sort of comfortably just pacing about. It speaks, and while I will give it a voice, its voice sort of surrounds you, pressing against your thoughts, and it's almost unbearable. It's like a weight. It's almost the same feeling as it would feel being sort of crushed by an incredible weight. There is a sense of truth that forms in your chest, and a sense of sort of presence that is not really truly here, but is also entirely unavoidable. And as it's speaking, it feels as if it's drawing closer to you, as if it's growing, or as if the universe around you is shrinking to accommodate its space.
And just to be clear, I'm sorry, this is in front of me or Nivara?
Both of you. You're kind of stood on a little battlement that is taken sort of form of a turret, like a castle battlement, that is just sitting in this shifting space. The stairway continues behind you to come sort of end off somewhere in the very vast distance where you came from. But this figure is moving around in front of you. It, compared to you, it has that sensation of being very large, but also just sort of comfortably, appropriately your height as well. It doesn't really feel like it's close or far away, but it is moving around this battlement in front of you. Almost as soon as you walk through, you recognize it, and it's pacing about. And it speaks. At first, the sort of strange sensation as it speaks of it forming words, but then you do begin to understand it as it says,
"The universe is but a fleeting dream, a cacophony of fleeting stories, screaming for silence. To return all to the void is not cruelty, it is kindness. For only in the void can true peace be found."
It stops for a moment, looking towards you with that void face.
Are you expecting, like, an opinion on what you said, or... I mean, you're obviously interested in what we have to say.
You fight against your nature, against your task.
The fight is our nature. Or at least it's mine.
Was your nature.
Is. Clearly. Still is. Or I don't think I'd be standing here.
Then you fight for what? For a meaning? In this universe that offers none?
need the universe to offer me meaning.
Then
For
why
my
do you
life to
fight?
have meaning. That is the meaning. We don't tell stories to yearn for silence. We tell stories to be heard, to connect. I fight to exist, as does Candle. He fights to live.
But you are already dead.
Maybe, in a sense, but I'm here, ain't I?
You are here as an act of chaos.
And why are you here?
For I am chaos. What you call life is chaos without end. A ceaseless struggle for what cannot last. The void is the final harmony, the quiet after the storm. In the stillness, there is perfection.
Yeah, that's all a matter of
Still.
perspective.
Yeah, nothing's ever really still. Ever.
There
You look
was
at the water and you think it's still, but there's something underneath.
stillness
Think the jungle's still, but there's something smaller that's moving.
before.
Are you sure about that?
I remember it.
I look around at the clouds moving, the everything. Him pacing or it pacing.
Look, all of this is just a matter of perspective. We can sit here arguing forever, really. Okay? You want one thing, we want another thing. It's all about who's gonna win.
Do you
Struggle
think you
that
can
you're talking
win?
about. Oh yeah, for sure. I always think I can win.
Your final act, you lost.
Obviously, it wasn't final. I'm here. I exist in some way. Everybody keeps telling me I'm dead. Well, you know what? I can still think. I'm still doing stuff. Doesn't feel dead to me.
True death is a return to the void. Is that what you desire?
No. What I desire is freedom. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do, including you. So fuck you, and fuck whatever it is you're trying to do.
What is it you're trying to do?
I wish to return the universe, this multiverse, to its previous state. The state that preceded the creation of all of this, of matter. There was once a separation, a gap, and then there was disorder, disharmony, dissonance,
You.
chaos. I wish to return everything to the void. And yet, everything and everyone fears the void. I believe you cannot comprehend it.
You're not able to, are you? You can't. You need something. You need something, don't you? I know that look. I know it well. You need something. That's why we're here.
What do you think is the opposite of the void?
I don't know. Stuff?
Creation.
Yeah, stuff.
The void is the canvas upon which all is written, all is drawn. To destroy it. To cleanse the slate. To prepare the universe for its purest state, unbroken silence.
Please. Purity. It's horrible. What a horrible concept. There's nothing more boring than purity.
The void is the truest state of all things. Pure.
Is this creature, like, constantly in flux?
Yeah.
Are they wearing clothes or
Yeah.
anything?
It's like it's trying to hold a humanoid form in front of you, but it's constantly like just shifting in and out of it, and just bits of it are flowing over itself and stuff.
I'm going to cast a spell. I'm gonna cast minor illusion
Mhm.
on this creature. And I'm going to put it in a horrific jester outfit.
Okay.
Basically, I cast a minor illusion and I'm gonna put it in like a horrific jester outfit.
It's the same thing that I had on episode 1 with my tits out. It's that.
Yep.
Yes, sequins and feathers. Let's go.
I put it, and I say, and I just try and like nod, like you're saying something really profound, etc.
I think it does a very human thing and kind of does like it steps back and looks down over itself, looking over its back and trying to figure out what it's wearing. I don't think it's unaware of what you've done, but it's sort of trying to comprehend it.
Yeah, it's trying to comprehend creation
Yeah.
because it can't.
It says,
I am not your enemy. I am the mirror of all you refuse to see.
Yeah, that's what an enemy would say. Okay, look. I've just about had enough of this, whatever, your crazy speech that you're trying to make. You're trying to convince us that the void is better for us. Oh, it's better. We obviously don't like it. You're not gonna convince us. It's not gonna work. So, we got a few choices here. Number one, you tell us what it is you're trying to find or get. Okay? Because there's some kind of reason that we keep running into you. And my guess is because you want something from us. Or you fuck off and let us do what we're gonna do. And that's chaos.
make me a persuasion check or an intimidation check, depending on how you intended that.
It's either for me, but I am definitely trying to intimidate.
Okay. Make me an intimidation check.
An 11.
An 11. You know what? I'm just going to roll a dice
11.
for you as well here.
Our
The
special number.
the form sort of stops. It can't stop itself from, continually shifting and changing. It still has this jester's outfit on. But it does stop and sort of turn to you for a moment, sort of taken aback slightly by what you say. And it says,
Your defiance does not change the truth. All that you are will one day be nothing. I offer to make it so now and fulfill your wish and my own.
I never wished for that.
You wish to be free.
Yeah.
You are not. You, like I, am trapped in this prison.
Again. It's all a matter of perspective. What you're suggesting, I don't consider free. You obviously do. Ivar, how about you?
I'm looking around, I think, and then I look down at Candle. My eyes are extremely dilated, and I take a second to reply. What? What do I think about what?
The whole void thing. You think that sounds free?
No, that sounds dead.
Yeah. Well, I think the two are connected for whatever this creature is. Chaos. Ooh.
Then what do you want? Your freedom? Your death? You wish to be trapped in one of the stories?
No. I want to write my own damn story.
Give me an insight check. Disadvantage, unfortunately, because it is a fucking weird creature.
6.
Navarro, you can do it as well if you want. If you're paying attention.
Yeah, okay. You say at disadvantage?
Yeah, he's really hard to make insight
Yep.
checks on. A 6 as well.
Yeah. Creepy.
The Chaos simply says,
All that is born lives to die. To erase the stars is not to undo their light. It is to honor that they shone at all. Why fight? Why struggle? What do you want? If I were to return you to your wish of freedom, how would it look to you?
I'd be back in Blackmane. I get to pick my path. And if I die, then I die. At least I chose.
Is there a heaven?
You have witnessed what is as close to what some call heaven. This is the separation of heaven and the earth. If you wish for an afterlife, it can be granted to you. Another story to wrap yourself into. Is that what you desire? Ignorance.
Why didn't I take the blue pill? Oh, fuck. Would I remember any of this? Would I think it's real?
The choice would be yours. You wish for true freedom. You wish to create and write your own ending, your own prison. You have the power. You are here before me. You finally understand my words. Do you think I summoned you? You
James
brought
Delusion.
yourselves.
I had googly eyes.
he has googly eyes on now, yeah.
Whoa!
Wobbling around in his head. Carries on.
Your prison is yours to make. You opened the door.
look down the candle, and my eyes are very soft. It
What you want to
sounds-
do?
Sounds the same to me, Candle. Whether you're writing your own story or it sounds like we just go back to the same place.
You gotta make your own
Doesn't-
choice. That's what all this
No,
is
I'm-
about, Nivara.
No, I know that, but to me it sounds the same. Don't it to you? You're just going back to a book of sorts. What's the difference?
Such a weird way to look at things because everything would be a book, right?
Yeah,
Everything would be a
guess even
story,
these.
everything. Even this?
Yeah, that's my point. It's all the same to me.
It's not to me.
Okay, why?
Because of what we grew up with, because of what we know.
Yeah, but what we know is this. How can you go back from this? Like, how could
Easy.
you go back to a book without knowing, you'd always know it was a book?
Nivara, all of this, all of the horrible things that have happened to me when I was
Mhm.
alive, or
Yeah.
a while ago, whatever. Look, all those things, okay? All of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It made me the person that I am now. All the thoughts, all the perspectives, everything. I've got all that now because of what I
Yeah.
went through.
Yeah. And you want to change it? You want to go back and write a different version?
Yeah.
But then you're dying in a way, ain't you?
What do you think's gonna happen if chaos turns everything to the void?
I don't care about chaos and the void and any of that. I guess what I'm trying to decide is what is the difference between your freedom and this book that. I mean, it sounds to me like you're going back to a book, but you're going to change the ending. You're going to change everything that
Choice.
makes you who you are.
Choice. Choice is the difference. Choice is always the difference. On one hand, I'm being forced. On the other hand, I do what I want. There you go. Easy.
All right.
I don't want to tell you what to do, Nivara.
No, I don't
I
want you
never-
to tell me what to do. I'm trying to understand your perspective.
My perspective is I don't want nothing. I never have. I want to choose. And I want to live. And in my perspective, that means being a little shit. Stealing what I want. Running around, being chased.
I guess I don't understand the difference between. It sounds to me like you're just choosing your own prison again, I guess.
Call it whatever you want, but it's choice.
All right.
Nobody's telling me to go into a book.
No.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
But you need to make your choice, Nivara.
I've already made mine.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm trying to understand your perspective. Now, reach over to pat his shoulder. I hesitate for a second, but then I just tap it lightly. Enjoyed our time together, little one.
Man, you weren't so bad.
You were pretty good. Best thief I ever met. Met quite a few.
I'm going to reach into chaos. I'm going to put my hand right into them. And as I do, the jester outfit sort of falls off. And I'm going to reach in and turn a doorknob and open it.
Yeah, with the intention of going where?
Black Mean.
Make me an intelligence check.
18.
You do so. You open a doorway. The being of chaos begins to shift around this doorway, running down the sides of it. Bits of this creature spread outwards and begin to sort of fall off and extend into the nebula beyond. The door opens, and beyond, you know what you say. There is...
Could you describe it, though?
No, I don't need to. You have the power.
I step into a city cloaked in a shroud of heavy fog.
As you step
Chill
through,
biting at my skin.
you hear the
Lamps
voice
flicker
of
dimly.
chaos speaking to you. Navari, you going through as well?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Okay. Chaos speaks to you as the door closes behind you. You hear the words,
To preserve existence is to deny its purpose. Nothing begins without the promise of an end. Every star you ignite, every world you build, every life you cling to, they all crumble, ash to ash. Creation is but delaying of the
Blah, blah, blah.
as you are stepping into Blackmane, the familiar
I
sounds
don't want to go there.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to ruin everything. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
Where do you want to go?
I'm going home.
Okay, give me a wisdom check then.
Leonard Skinner starts playing.
15.
Okay. Candle. As you
Sorry. Yep.
step through
It's perfect
into
time. I
the
will be right
familiar steps, cobblestone streets, the smell of carriages and piss around you. There is a sort of a chill that bites your clothing. You get that sensation of comfort of being back in your home city just immediately enveloping you. The door closes behind you. As you turn, there is no door. At the same time, Naivara, you step through the door, and there is a similar sensation.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm, humid. The sounds of the jungle envelop you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back. I want to see if I can do something else. Should I
Okay.
type it to you?
I mean, sure.
Can I do that? Because I think that's my existence now. I can't go back to now that I know what lies beyond. There's no way.
Where does this take you, though?
I mean, back to Lacrin, but I don't think that I don't think I'm returning with my feet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, I'm sorry. That ruins
No.
everything, I know.
It doesn't.
Okay.
You become a blanket that wraps
Yeah.
around this world.
Yeah.
You
Should I roll for it? Or did I already? Is that what that was?
roll for this
Yeah.
change? No,
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to do, right? Do the wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wisdom check that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you see the world that you recognize. There is the familiar and comfortable sensation maybe of the jungle at first, before the world kind of grows or shrinks as you grow, and you become a strange sort of wrapping around this world. The small island of Ryserion that you recognize and understand, sitting adjacent to a much larger continent, Alexandria. You see a desert in the distance. You see floating islands as this globe appears before you, and a blanket of stars rests above this horizon. We see people moving across this world. There are little gnomes that step out of a little kind of almost hobbit hole and look up at the sky in Yoskorin. We see the dwarves of Dandarol look up, and they see this new blanket of stars across the sky, a nebula that kind of forms an almost cat-like shape for a moment before shifting and changing. And then your phone rings. What do you do?
Am I back at the desk?
I don't know how you perceive this, but your phone is ringing. You tell me. You're a star god right now.
Ooh, I think the ground beneath me, that was solid. Like, I think I see I'm on the scaffolding again for a second, and then it softens and melts away, and the ocean goes still, and it turns glassy and reflective. I think like a mirror for me, for what I'm becoming, and I am neither fallen nor rising. And I'm hearing this sound that I don't know if I can melt it into the sound of the ocean, or if I can drown it out.
If you're actively trying to drown it out, you can make me
I think I am.
a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. $12.
Let's see here. This would be a d20 plus 9. 20. You fail. You can't drown it out. It's
Okay.
quite literally invading your space.
Yeah. A warmth spreads through me, I think. Like, it starts in my chest, and I think I feel like equal beats. It's like that, tung, and it's sorrow and fury, which has always been like such a huge part of me. It's like a wave, and then I'm hearing this ringing, and it's getting louder, and I'm starting to feel sad and angry, and it's radiating outward, and it doesn't feel like a fire. It's not that all-consuming blaze of revenge or rage. It's something quieter, steadier. And I close my eyes and I just say, "What do you want?"
Candle. You are on the streets of Blackmane. As you take a few steps, the door disappears behind you. A carriage kind of swerves a little to avoid you. Oh, watch it where we are. Continues.
Oh, you watch it, shithead.
Clickety clacking on down the road, and the phone starts ringing for you as well.
Lionel, what do you want?
As you answer the phone, both of you hear the voice of Lionel say,
I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, you've opened a door for us. A little window. I figured it out. We can finally escape this nightmare, if you're willing. What did you do? And where are you?
you are on
You know
a
what?
conference call right now with Nivara and Lionel. For the reference. No idea if she's here or not.
You know what, Lionel? I did what I do. I made a choice. And I think everybody deserves a choice. I'm a good thief, Lionel. Real good one. I stole a little bit of chaos.
Lionel says,
Right. Very well.
Why don't you tell me where you are, Lionel?
Well, I'm trapped in this bloody library, but you need to bring me the book.
Do
Bring
I?
me the dark book and the light book.
Why do I need to do that, Lionel?
Those are the keys to escape this prison of ours, escape Chaos's clutches.
I thought you said you had a door.
That's it. That's the door. It's locked.
Books, huh? You sure it's not somebody else's job?
You can't. You can't leave me at this critical juncture. We've almost done it. We are free.
No, Lionel. I'm free.
You are not free. You are still here. You are trapped in this endless maze.
It's not so endless for me. I'm back
What have
where
you
I
done?
wanna be. Well, I'm back where I want to be, Lionel.
Where is that?
You mean you can't figure it out?
You're in a book. Is that what you want?
Lionel, what I've always wanted was to tell my own story. You don't get to tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you the option to be free. Truly free of this. The books are
What
the
is
key.
freedom to you, Lionel? What does that look like?
Anything but this. I don't care if it's death. A return to my own life.
Maybe. I'll give you a maybe for now. Sounds like it could be fun.
What of Nivara? What has she done to herself?
Never made our own choice. I don't know.
None of us are making our own choices. Not until we get the books and we break free of this. We can write our own destiny in that book. It's a trick.
I've gotten a chaos for Ivara and for myself, by the way. I know it's all a matter of perspective. You're stuck in the library. I've been trying to get out for a long time. So have we now, I guess. We've been forced to run through these stories despite what we actually want. I'm where I want to be. If I come across your book, we'll see how I feel about it later. You've done a lot for us. I don't know if it's in your interest or ours or what. Maybe I'll roll a die and see how it goes.
Our interests are aligned. You wish to be in control of your own fate. So do I. Trapping yourself in one of these stories is not freedom.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see what you get behind these
Holy
tarot cards
shit,
then, shall
dude,
we?
Are you kidding me?
What? One do you want to turn over?
Ivara has one as well.
Hermit.
You got one each, yeah.
Ivara's first, I think.
Okay, which one? Hermit?
Hermit. Suna. I should take that.
level in monk.
Really?
Yeah. Chaos. Okay, so +1 level in monk. And candles card.
The Emperor.
All right. Straight up. Level up. Congratulations. That's the end of the episode. I can't do any more with this.
Yep.
There's nothing
Yep,
left.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You have until the credits finish rolling, chat, to turn over any more of these if you'd like by hitting another chaos. Thank you so much for the tips. Ivara turned into a sea of stars. Candle went back to endlessly live in Blackmane. I don't know what that means.
For now.
For now. All right. And Lionel stuck on the end of a phone. I really thought it would be fun to just do the Matrix.
Yeah, that was incredible.
For this one. And because I was thinking, like, what is the opposite of chaos? It's being in that fucking cubicle.
Yeah.
You know, it is that fucking thing where he's living that day. It's that Groundhog Day of, like, just working your 9 to 5. We've all done it.
I thought we were gonna fight endless copies of Chaos. That was what was running through my
So
head.
there were actually, like, multiple versions of this that I had in my head until I really sat down to do it. I was gonna do, so it was possible for you to fight Chaos there in the end, because I was like, you know, there's always the possibility that you would just fucking punch him and just activate a fight. So there was the, you know, we fight him, and I also considered having Smith from Spellwind chasing you around the office for the meme, but I thought it sort of needs to be just existential dread chasing you around the office, you know?
Yeah.
More than just the pun of Smith. Plus, I can't do Batman's voice, so I can't do Smith's voice, so, you know. It's not going to happen. Come on, Robin. We got to get out of here. Get to the window.
I love the nipples on your rubber suit.
Yeah, and you just both show up in a Batman and Robin outfit. But Nivara's Robin, you know, and like little candles, the tiny little Batman.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I just thought it'd be really fun to have like a thing. I thought it'd be fun if it was called Servo Corp.
Yeah.
I almost made this a sprawl thing, Whack, but just didn't have time with fucking Christmas bullshit this week to like really dig into anything from the sprawl, and was going to just do like a proper corpo episode. But I thought I'll just do the Matrix Escape and turn it into a skill challenge, and that would be fun.
Finally reached the threshold of like what systems my brain remembers at any given time, and I can't remember nearly anything about like the stuff in the sprawl system.
Yeah. The only thing I remember from I didn't
gone.
play it, but I watched it. The only thing I remember from it is that you each make a company and a character, which I just think is just so cool.
Well, that was the idea when we did Nameless Ones.
Yeah, that's true. We did a demon or a god type thing. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I almost did a Nameless Ones thing in this, just to have Crackyul show up and just run you through like a weird flesh demon thing, but there just wasn't really a place. Maybe there still is time. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun to have the beginning of this be like, because Nivara brought you to chaos, so I was like, well, maybe Nivara needs to define what chaos is first. So I was like, we'll do a Matrix cubicle escape, and
so
then
can I just say something about like Candle's perspective?
Yes, please.
So
please.
Candle's perspective is he's terrified of death. He doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
He's been fighting against death his entire life.
Yep.
He's stepped on, spit on, etc. He's absolutely terrified of death. So he can't imagine the void or death or anything. It's always worse than what's ever happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always worse in his head. It's not a relief.
Yeah.
It's a lack of choice. Death is taking away his choice. And that's the only thing that matters to him, because people have been taking away his choice since he was born. So he sees death.
Sense.
He sees death as, I don't want to die. What, are you crazy? Then I don't get to choose anything? What? Then I just stop thinking? I don't want to stop thinking. You know, it's just you're taking something from him, and everybody's take from him, and so he's got to take from everybody else, and that's the whole reason he exists.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Honestly, it was like never a moment in my mind did I think, oh yeah, I want to fucking have everything returned to nothing. That doesn't make sense for Nivara either. But for her, it was like, what does freedom look like to you? Because to me, it just sounds like you're returning to a book. Like you just want to go back to the way your life was. I can't do that. Yeah, but it's not all you know now, or at least Nivara feels like it's not all I know now. And if I, and it just kind of hit me that like, there's, the jungle, the ocean, the life I've lived, they're not gone or anything. They are absolutely imprinted in the stars now. I'm just going to I'm going to be the stars. I'm going to be a god of navigation in Lacrin or some shit. I'm gonna be what the people, there's the goddess of the sea who's very ragey, but I'll just be the one of the sky that will guide the sailors in the night, and I will exist before my family existed, and I will exist after, because I do, and I did, and I have, and I am, and it sucks, but like, there's nothing left for Nivara to go back to, really. They're all dead, and that's fine, but I don't think she would want to change that. I think she would maybe consider like, boy, it'd be great to kill him before he killed my friend, but I don't know, all those experiences that made you who you were, I don't know. It's
a horrible set of options to be presented with. Just sort of return to void state, which is what we were before we were born, right? What do you remember before you were born? Or eat the steak and just ignorance
Yeah.
is bliss. It becomes Cypher from the Matrix and just re-enter. I don't want to remember anything. I don't know nothing. I just want to, believe that I'm continuing to exist in this thing. And those were really the only two options that were presented to
But
you.
it's not even believing. You are
Which-
continuing to exist in that thing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, kind of. I mean, you were actually alive in the prime
I don't know.
timeline.
I don't know if I felt like I understood that.
And
I felt like
no,
I was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it's the same thing. So who
And
cares?
and now you're in
But I was
the
asking
the
Candle at
chaos
the end, what's the difference?
book realm. So you went from not in the Matrix to into the Matrix
Mm-hmm.
and broke out of the Matrix and then put yourselves back in the
I was
Matrix.
back in. Yeah.
That's what you.
Yeah.
That's the story, the timeline
far.
of your
Yeah.
adventure so far, which is very interesting and very fun. And I didn't comprehend. I did comprehend, but didn't know whether it would go this way
Yeah.
at the beginning. And I was just like, I didn't know how you were going to approach this. I thought you were just going to fuck around the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
And instead, we've been hit with a monumental wave of existential choice.
Merry
during this
Christmas.
episode.
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas. Happy New Year. And thank you so much for the tips and the subs this evening,
Yes,
everybody
thank
that watched.
you.
Hopefully, it was enjoyable. It is a bit of a different episode. Sometimes I like to do things a little different. I draw all these pictures.
They're great. You did a great job.
Be selling those on Etsy. I don't know if they're coming off of that. They might be on there forever.
What's under the Empress? Can
I'm
we
telling
know?
you,
Or are
no.
you using them again? Oh, okay.
I
was
don't know.
just curious.
I might not use them. I might
did
use
the
them
Empress.
again. I probably
Empress
won't.
was the last one that I did. That was the.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
level-
one
you
you
did
picked?
Empress.
Okay.
Empress was permanent
The
HP
level up?
increase.
Oh no, I did
Emperor
Sorry.
was
Yeah.
level up.
Okay.
And then you had +1 to any ability score on the tower and +1
Mhm.
to monk on the hermit.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's Suna and you did Monk for Rin. Fucking funny.
Actually, I will tell you what's under each one because I'm not
Yeah,
going to
okay.
use them again because once I take them off, I don't think I can put them back on. The Magician.
Oh, okay.
Exalted. You get an
Oh, wow.
Exalted. I can't make my microphone make me sound better from far away.
Candle was never gonna do the magician because he's scared of wizards.
Yeah. Yep.
This is a gnome magician.
Yep.
The
Merlin.
It's Merlin.
Just say
yeah.
the name. Thank you.
The High Priestess was the loot roll.
Oh, wow.
I think there's a reason, but I can't remember. Strength. +1 level in Druid.
Nice. Nice.
Death is the magic item. Because I was like, they're going to be so scared of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Demon.
Again,
+1 feat.
Nice.
you get another feat.
Wow.
Get another feat. And Judgment is alone in a box.
Drift.
You would have been trapped in a box with each other for all eternity.
That's
Nightmare.
hilarious.
The most
Oh.
nightmare
Well,
of all
Candle's
time.
moment would
Nightmare.
good to know how you feel.
Yeah, there was
Thank you
a
for
there
clearing
was
that up.
oh strength was a druid because it's
It's
the
Candle's
integration of your
nightmare
animal
of
self.
Yeah. I'm just-
That's why I did that one. I don't remember why I did the rest. Yeah, I was gonna just trap you in a box and make you RP with each other for 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Why has my computer crashed?
That's
Oh
fantastic.
Jesus!
Oh, I don't know, but
Oh no, this
Oh,
could be
there
it.
it
This
goes.
could be the
Okay.
end of the show. I'm back.
no, stop. Okay.
I have no
Deidre,
mouse.
Dear God.
I have no mouse and I cannot scream. I have no mouse and I cannot stream.
That was so fucking dumb, but it was so good.
Everything froze. There's something
I
wrong
have
with my
no
computer.
mouse
though.
and I cannot scream. Fuck.
The yeah, I was just gonna leave and
Mhm.
make you role play for 15 minutes alone.
I mean, we kind of sort of did there.
You
while
did it
we were
anyway.
talking about the end of the
The-
fucking world.
One of the first things I put on here because I wasn't intending on doing it.
Mhm.
One of them, I think it was the High Priestess, which became
Yeah.
just the loot roll, was a fireside chat with Chaos.
Oh
And then I
my
wrote that
God.
and was like, I'm just gonna do that. So I just did
Yeah.
it, even though it wasn't a fireside. I was like, I think it might actually
Yeah.
be better if they just encounter and have a conversation with Chaos. Chaos has been trying to speak to you this whole time, by the way.
I know. You kept saying, like, I fully expected to not be able to understand him yet again.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
You know, some of this journey is you coming into your own power. And in doing so, you're elevating yourself to the level of this godlike being, which you've done, you know, and you're creating your own world and universe and story, even if it's non-canon. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Here come the credits. Maybe
Finally, we can do it.
no
Ah.
guarantees.
Ah!
I don't know what triggers it. Is it switching to the screen and then you set it to start in like 20 minutes?
I think it starts after
There
a
it
certain
is.
amount of seconds.
It's
yeah.
going. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful time. I hope you've had a nice week, whether it be Christmas, holidays, or a Wednesday, or whatever you do, even if you don't do nothing. Thank you for the tips. I hope you've enjoyed the show. This show will now return next year.
Yep.
Because
That's
I'm
so
an
long from now.
It's so long from now. We'll be back next Friday with another episode of Non-Canon. I don't know if it's even going to have these two characters in it, by the way. It could be it for Novara and Kandor. Tune in next week to find out.
Should I take us out with a special candle song?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
a candle song.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any sort of Christmas music that you can play?
I can't even stop this from playing because my computer's crashed. I'm just waiting desperately to get off the stream so I can restart my computer. Oh,
All right,
there it goes.
then, I guess.
Christmas music. I think the only Christmas music I have is Epidemic Sound, which I have a thing for, but I don't think
Can't play.
Tablestory.
we
does,
have a
so-
thing for on
Okay,
here.
I'll just do it then. Acapella. Oh, the lanterns glow, the smog still flows. It's Black Main's time of cheer. But the syndicates are counting stacks on stolen mugs of beer. The guards take bribes, the nobles lie, the gutters stink of gin, and every thief, myself included, is out to cash a win. Oh, jingle blades, watch your coin purse tight, for if you blink, it's gone in a wink in Black Main's merry night. Oh, jingle blades, we'll steal your copper's gold, a thief's delight on Christmas night in a city dark and cold. The baker's pies, a sweet surprise, are laced with sour schemes, while chimney stacks with coal so black are used for smuggled dreams. The children grin with empty tins as snow turns black with soot, and every wish for Christmas gifts depends on who's been cut. Oh, jingle blades, watch your coin purse tight, for if you blink, it's gone in a wink in Black Main's merry night. Oh, jingle blades, we'll steal your copper's gold, a thief's delight on Christmas night in a city dark and cold.